Morning settles over the African riverbank as the sun begins to rise, casting a gentle glow. The sun is already above the horizon, warming the air and brightening the grass. The water remains calm, with gentle shadows stretching across the landscape. All creatures, great and small, welcome the new day in the African savanna. Among the giants of this landscape, there is one creature so small it is easy to miss. This red-billed oxpecker often rides on larger animals, seeking out parasites. It diligently searches through the impala's fur, finding and consuming small insects. This bird rides giants, but the giants may not always want it there, despite its helpfulness. The oxpecker eats parasites, but its role is more complex than simple symbiosis. Is the red-billed oxpecker a hero, a villain, or something far more interesting? A ripple crosses the water, barely visible, yet it can mean death in this place. The oxpecker stops. For a moment, nothing moves. Then comes a sharp, sudden call. The group pulls back, alerted by the bird's warning, impossible to ignore.
The crocodile strikes, mud and water rising into the air, but the herd escapes.
The oxpecker remains on the impala's back, small, steady, and alive. It diligently removes a tick, a clear benefit for its host. Nature rarely fits neatly into simple stories of good or bad. Farther along the riverbank, a hippopotamus rests in the mud, its huge body covered in wet earth. Across its back are fresh scratches, some dry, some still red at the edges. The oxpecker lands on this enormous body, treating it as another feeding ground. Around the ear, the bird works carefully, gripping and pulling away a tick. This exchange looks useful. The hippo carries the burden, and the bird removes it. On the muddy back, the bird finds something easier, a fresh, shallow red scratch. The oxpecker pauses, its bill lowers. One small peck, then another. There is no drama here, no violence, no attack, but the meaning has changed. The bird that removed parasites now feeds at the edge of injury. For the oxpecker, it is simply another source of nourishment. For the hippo, it may mean irritation, slowing healing, keeping the wound open longer. This is where the question begins. Is the oxpecker helping or taking advantage? On a Cape buffalo, the same story continues. A massive, dark, and powerful host. Even here, tiny parasites can hide between the ear, horn base, and skin folds. The oxpecker moves in close, its claws grip coarse hair, its bill working through mud and skin. A tick is removed, but the buffalo flicks its ear, and the bird hops aside. This is not a peaceful partnership. Tolerance is not trust. The line between useful and annoying can be very thin. The oxpecker stops again, far away, almost hidden by the green. A lioness moves low through the vegetation, her eyes fixed on the buffalo herd. The bird calls, a sharp, sudden alarm. The buffalo reacts. One ear lifts, then another. The herd begins to gather. Slowly closing ranks, calves protected among the adults, facing the danger. A tick is removed, but the buffalo flicks its ear and the bird hops aside. Once more, the oxpecker has become an alarm, not out of loyalty, but self-preservation. Its survival is tied to the giants it rides, and that may be enough. On a giraffe, the mood is quieter as the long neck moves through morning leaves. The patterned coat catches the light as the oxpecker pulls small parasites from short hair. The giraffe chews, the bird works, a seemingly balanced relationship. A meal for one, a small cleaning for the other. But not every host is so calm. On a zebra, the oxpecker is harder to ignore. Its red bill flashes against black and white stripes as it diligently searches. The zebra's skin ripples, its ear turns back, and its tail flicks sharply. The zebra does not flee, but it does not welcome the visitor either. It finds another patch of hair, removes a tick, and continues its work. On a warthog, the work becomes rougher, with coarse bristles and thick skin. Mud in every fold, the oxpecker searches near the ear. The oxpecker searches near the ear, then the neck, finding ticks. On a zebra, the oxpecker is harder to ignore. Across the riverbank, the pattern repeats on different bodies and textures. Impala, hippo, buffalo, giraffe, zebra, warthog, kudu, eland. Different bodies, different textures, different reactions, but the same small bird. It removes ticks, sounds alarms, and cleans places others cannot reach. And sometimes it feeds from wounds. This is not contradiction. This is survival. In the wild, relationships are rarely pure. A helper may also take too much. A warning call may come from self-interest, a partnership benefiting both sides, but not equally. The oxpecker does not live by our ideas of good or bad, noble or cruel. It follows food, opportunity, and danger, surviving by reading the bodies of animals. A twitch of skin, a lifted ear, a patch of mud, a cluster of ticks. A fresh red line on the back of a hippo, a shadow moving in tall grass. To the oxpecker, all of these are signals, all of them matter. Morning continues, the river keeps moving, life unfolds. The impalas return to feeding, the buffaloes drift through the grass. The hippos breathe in the mud, the giraffe reaches for leaves. The zebra flicks its tail, the warthog lowers its head again. One small bird, moving across the backs of giants, sometimes useful, sometimes irritating. It is a survivor, living on the narrow line between helping and taking.